Let's get it going. Whole new album. Whiskey Fueled War by a half demon songwriter. Could be AI. I don't know. Could be a real person. I didn't look at their page. I like their music though. Come on, man. Ah, that's loaded. Somebody else do me a favor and share this at least once so I don't have to. All I want to do is drift. I want to take that RX-7 out in meetups, see how much we get smashed in it. Had me a really good Philly sandwich today. At an Italian place they just put in town. And I came home and took a nap because that's what you do. Let's turn that down before we get the echoes. Well, at least nice to know the mic comes through. If your volume's max on your phone, you can hear me just fine. In fact, I'm a little loud. On your TV, I'm probably around the 18 to 20 setting before I start getting real loud. So if you don't want to hear me at all, 14, 12, 11, then you'll still be able to kind of hear the car. Because I'm annoying. There's no reason to lie about it. Because I sing along with my music, and I don't know the words to this, so I'm going to get the words wrong. Let's see if there's anybody in meet 'em ups. I don't know if I care for that. Green tea monster. Blech. It's a little funky. That's the word we'll go with. Not a good funk either. It's kind of a whatever. It's supposed to be good for you, right? We're here to drive a Mazda, and that would be this way. Where you at, Mr. Snick-a-Snick? There you are. Let's take it out there. We'll see what she do. Probably be hopping right back into the pits. So I remember right last night there was some adjustments needed. I didn't even look at what track we were on. I was just like, let's just get out there. The album cover for this is phenomenally wicked. She wasn't ready yet. Either she wasn't or I wasn't. I don't want to pull out and get in front of this guy. Oh, wait a minute. He turned around. I remember this thing's a 4th gear kind of car. Can't remember it. Crap. I was at it. But I lost it. That's the edge there. Well, that was poor. There we go. Not enough. I need to borrow a power touch. I'll be back. This thing was drifting good last night. But we'll have to come back to it. It's still got room for juice, you might say. Now to decide what I want to drive. That's the hard part. I kind of want to get in the Camaro. I like driving that thing. And she drifts good. Sometimes. I ain't a pro on Watkins though. I need more practice, you might say. I think that's where we are anyway. Yeah. Yeah, Watkins. That's actually a pretty good song. Tells a story. Nothing like a song that tells a story. Fine.
Firewall.
They only hurt for a minute. Good Lord, those yellow things hurt way more than they should.
Firewall.
Came in a little hot. Having a hard time keeping this thing sticky. Did I overheat my tires? Probably. Do my foot need a brake? Probably. We're gonna give it one? Maybe. Maybe not. Okay. Yeah. Maybe. Maybe I'm just trying to go too fast. Maybe that's it. Please don't get together. Put it really fast. What did I say last lap? Stay off that tree. I was looking at the other just to view what the Mustang was doing. It was testing the Mustang. I don't know if I love it. Here's black. I remember the color. Whether it would be over some other color. For now, it was black. I really got to learn to slow down for this corner. Me and them tire wallers. Yeah. Felt that. Somebody else hit the firewall. Or they just parked there. I'm on fire. They're being stupid. got all chat muted, buddy. You're never gonna get through to me. Well, look at me. That dude's gonna whoop me though. That drift master. I've seen him in the rooms before. I can't help it, fellas. That Camaro is bad. Alive. What do we drive now? I say we take a look at the track book. Which same track, just minus a section. Or brands patch. I'd rather stay here if we're going anywhere. I wonder how the good old Pontiac would be over here. I ain't drove her in a while. Oh goodness. Touchy, touchy. I ain't had to judge on the track in a minute. I'm gonna go out there and park though and take a little stretch break. That was a minute. That was a minute. I knew if I could just string 2 or 3 laps together. You can draw. Nice wide open area. We can maybe watch a little bit of the people as they come through a corner, you know, without maybe getting smashed. Yeah, well, we'll even give you all a outdoor view of the car. Good, we don't roll. That's nice. Shadows and with the light. I think this is the last song in this playlist before it starts making its own. And we don't know what we're coming into. Probably put quite a few in there I would have liked to put a check mark next to to put in my like list, but yeah, that was the last one. I remembered seeing the playlist was 30 minutes. I looked down and I've been on for about 30 minutes. Them guys can probably hear me for some odd reason. They sure are doing a lot of talking. But the last time I had the chat unmuted, man, there was a guy just dropping all kinds of bigotry. It was terrible. And I was just like, nope, we're just going to leave everybody muted. Finish off this weird monster green tea. Am I still top? I'll bet I'm not. Nope. I ain't lost a spot yet. We can't do that. I can't drive like that at all. You just seen, you witnessed. It's impossible. Gotta be behind the wheel. Fact is, if I could, I'd delete the wheel. Because I technically got one in front of me, but I can't get my camera to cooperate so I can make a screen so that you can just see what I'm seeing. It just causes all kinds of lag. Ow. We got somebody going backwards. Oh, poor GTO. Evil man. Must be bored. Maybe he's confused. Maybe he doesn't know what direction he's going. Comes somebody else going backwards. I think that thing got stuck under my car for a second there. It felt really weird. Reminder to self. Leave the road cones alone. out of that corner just gets me pretty bad. Not gonna all out that time, buddy. I'll lose more points, I guess. So just took the hit, maybe I would have kept him. That Drift Master guy makes me want to unmute the mic. Just so I can hear what he's saying. Who's the guy running backwards? Yeah, I think I'm the oldest car in the room. 25 Indy. Same. Kind of want to take the Mercury out because I know it'll beat the score, but I tend to fall back on that Mercury a lot. But I really like it, so we're gonna drive it anyway. We're gonna stick into this skull routine. Well, I really want to go that way. Every time I come off that corner, I really want to go that way. And I don't know why. I can't think of a track configuration that goes that way that I've been on recently. Lost my slide. Hit the little yellow thing. I think you must be in concrete or something. And that's some heavy duty plastic. Seen the little yellow thing land on the ground. I touched that one too. He's got a fat ass. She can't help it. I've seen him before. And you can't have a name like Driftmaster and let somebody beat you in a Camaro. Although I feel like this car should just destroy that person. lost my tail. Son of a... That was sad. That was a sad moment. My own fault. Got out of it too late and back in it too late. Everything was lit. That's why she got pregnant. Hey, now. Seems like a nice place to stop. Just for a moment, or 7. I got about an hour left, and I gotta go outdoors. Try not to electrocute myself. Do I dare? Well, that guy's name is terrible. I ain't saying it out loud. I ain't at all. In fact, his name is Rick. Does not make it better. Man, I can't believe I'm still in the lead. That means I can go play with another car. I'm kind of surprised there ain't been no track vote. Or did it just pop one up? Probably the same track again, because like the selection was Glen, or Hatch. Fuck Hatch. Pardon my French. That downhill section with the lean out is banked the wrong way. Uh-oh. We got the long loads. Not good. I waited it out the other day. It actually, I went to got Steam all the way open so I could close it. And it loaded. I ended up closing it anyway because it went laggy as all heck. Oh, we went to the short version of walking. Well, change is a change. Can we go there though? I don't think we're actually going there. I don't mind it. It's less track to drift. Still got all the fun corners. But I don't think we're going to get to play it. Oh, it just wanted me to click the screen. Did we go to a different track? I don't think we did. No, we're still in the same place. We voted for this one. But the other guy left. What a jerk. Maybe a Buick. You could drive one of the Lambos. Which one of them was good? The black one, I think, was good. Yeah, let's take the drama out here, see how she do. They take a special foot to drive. We don't know if we have it. She was in a fire. But she's fine. She's fine. Don't need all them electronicals. Gas, brake, and steering device still work. And that's all the devices you need. Everything connected to it. Well, as long as they keep going, right? He just likes jumping over things, doesn't he? I knew that felt weird. I might have been wrong. As to which Lamborghini was good. But I thought it was this one. Oh, that sun's not in a good place. I can't see.
Drive.
That don't matter, Joe. Can't hang much further off the track than that. We'll say this. I finally got some practice on walking. What a jerk. least I didn't get hit by the guy coming around the corner all crazy. This thing is a fun thing to drive, but it makes me earn. It makes me work a lot. I could use just a hint more juice. Missed. Had to correct. The angles aren't very good to begin with. Nope, she ain't ready for that gear yet. Oh, come on, man. The congregation. Feathers down here in the corner now. Hi. Alright, voting in progress. Where are we going? Watkins or Grants? Go vote again and see if that triggers it. And I already voted once. All I got to say is, what a jerk. I did not get it already. I'm certain that's what they're irritated about. There is no window in this car. I wonder if she's got any more power hours left. 'Cause that's just what this car needs. I think we're gonna go to a change of scenery. If we can get out. Because the next guy in line can have the top time. I should have looked and seen if anybody had beat me. But oh well. 179 grand on that track. I'm pretty amazed by it because I got really close. Then I forgot how to drive for a minute. Nine. We may be swapping cars a lot right here till we find one that's fun. Reverse. Control. Stay. The nice thing about this one, you very rarely see anybody. Unless they're just parked. It's raining. I might have brought the wrong car. I don't like rolling starts. Welcome to the pits. I'll just roll on through. No, I don't want to pit. I don't want to at all. Got one. Well, at least I didn't ram the divider for the pits, I guess. Look at it that way. We're going to cross the finish line anyway before the points even start. God dang pit row is hard to miss. Yep. This is good speed up. There we go. I wouldn't mind the rain so much, but why's it gotta be dark? That's up on the wall. I made so much drift and just trying to get up the hill. Become more hill climber than drifter then. Carry some momentum through there. Boy, this rain's not pleasant. I'm gonna check it out for a lap. Then I might go back to the other one, see if it cycles me out somewhere that ain't watching. I don't know what's worse. Going from wet to dry. My mind doesn't know if they factored that in. But the seatbelt effect kicks in, and you just assume. I don't do this track in reverse enough. I'll tell you that for sure. At least I'm still making it up the hill. My best trip, 63 grand, though, so I'm kind of happy with that. Yeah, 23 grand, sorry. Brain went back a few tracks. Oh. You know, I should probably watch where I'm going. $23 grand. 23.8. It sucks not knowing the corners all that well through here this direction. I know this section the other way pretty good. Not should have downshifted. But did it twice. Can't see, so dark and rain. I would never do this. Not unless I was a Mormon, couldn't, you know. Then maybe. And even then I'd be like, man, it's still gonna hurt. And officially the kid from freaking Dawson Cruz, Tokyo. Just don't know how to go, like, just slamming into everything. Ruining a perfectly pretty car. Oof. I'm scared. The downhills. I might have too much camber for this stuff. Whoop. I think the fun part. How soon should I start sketching speed off? Now? Maybe? Maybe now's a good time? Get off the wall.
pointing the right way. That's all that matters.
Oh, that's enough. Oh. Yes, ma'am. Oh, we're not going back out there. No. That's stressful. Home. On the side, I'm working man. With the house in Midland, where don't. There's a key. Breaks all souls. By knows. There'll be a lot of traffic. Mm-hmm. 1.1 million. Yep, that's the guy to beat. It won't be me. We're shooting for fourth. I haven't played with her in a while. She might be mad at me. We'll see how Miss Carnetta fails. The pain. Not these ends. That's what it's going to be like. She's mad. She came out the gate and got smacked. She just needs to calm down. It'll be fine. That's the bird. trying to get out the way. Questions? Nice pass, sir. Not so nice pass, sir. By the time we get up there, I didn't say there was going to be a lot of traffic. They're gonna hate me. Oh, I gotta swap out a Cornet. I need something. Probably something I've already driven. It'll eat this track. I haven't gotten in the Charger recently. Where are you going, man? God dang, mouse navigation is a terrible idea every time. I haven't driven the Pirate today. So let's take her for a spin. She likes it. And this thing can take a hit a little better than the other cars. Cornetta gets angry and she just like, I ain't sticking to this track no more. Because she can usually tear her up. I don't want to. I butcher that name. This one knows what I've got to do when I bring it out. I just want to go. wall part. I want to see what I got as far as placement. The only place you can see that easily is in the pause menu. Hey, I'm number 2. Which is groovy. Only needed a little bit more. Really wished I hadn't banked. I didn't mean to. It just sort of happened. This thing is just... Some tracks, it just loves some tracks. So now we gotta beat it. And the last car we drove well was the Camaro. So that's the one we're gonna go crawl in again. Man, someone, not sure who's good at it. That's what I thought. I've been buzzing right about him. Down. Wrong way. Ooh, I haven't driven the Monty today. Decision made. The Camaro can wait. See, this is what happens when you have too many cars. You forget about them. You're just like, oh, I'll drive this one and this one. And then when you think about a car you want to drive, I should make a list. I'm telling you, I say that every time, but... Join event. Let's go find out if I can even drive the Monty. Whole different animal. Said that she didn't want to slide, or she wanted to slide. I don't know what she was doing. She wasn't doing nice things.
Ooh.
Good night. That thing is fun. I want to do more laps, but I had to stop for a minute. And it's about that time, though. Uh-oh. Look at him go. Oh. We'll go a couple more. But then I gotta go. Wow. This thing is too much fun to drive to stop on this track. But I got things to play with. I Electricity to shock the crap out of myself, like I'm sure. That's enough. Let's see where we wound up. Still in second. That guy got close. Pagani Shura. I doubt he did it in that. But still. That's what he's driving now. And he may have, man. There's some goddamn robots out there playing this game. Oh, that is all the energy I got for the night. For this anyway. I gotta go do other things. I hear you, Mr. Morris. Them coyotes drive you crazy. Well, till next time. Don't forget to like, share, all that garbage they tell you to do. I mean, do it if you want. But at least share. Make others suffer if it was terrible. Till next time. Y'all take it easy.